Ananya, we're starting.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So good evening to one and all. I'm Arav State, co-founder of We Rise Together Foundation, and I will be your host for second episode of my first period, an Instagram live special by We Rise Together to break the taboo surrounding periods. Through this initiative, we will interview women and girls about their first period experiences and learn more about menstrual hygiene from them. Did you know that 23 million girls drop out of school annually due to lack of proper menstrual hygiene management facilities? Well, we at Viras Together Foundation are working to solve this problem through one of our initiatives, that is Hygiene, wherein we have distributed over 4,000 sanitary pads to underprivileged women and also organized several awareness sessions during the pandemic. Our guest for today's episode is my dear friend Ananya Bishnoi. He is a 13-year-old content creator on Instagram. He's also an athletic student who has been the interstate champion in swimming and district level champion in table tennis. Good evening, Ananya. Hope you're doing fine.
Good evening.
Good evening. So, thank you for joining us, Ananya, and giving us your time. It's a real pleasure for me to host you today on this Insta Live. So today, Ananya is here to guide us about the journey of menstruation through the lens of a teenage girl. So Ananya, first question for you. Many girls of your age seem to have hesitation around menstruation. So to set an example towards ending this hesitation, would you like to start by sharing what was your first period experience like?
Yeah. My first period experience was not really much of a big deal as I was already prepared for it. One thing maybe I was a bit anxious about was telling my family members. I guess I first told my sister and then my mom. Well, I already knew about periods since I was like 9 or 10, as I have older sisters, which I'm really grateful about. So the topic was not something that was not really discussed. Like we were really frank about it and open.
So this really tells that it was a comfortable environment for you, and that
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was
definitely.
yeah, so there was no really not hesitation around menstruation at your home. So like as you said, you were prepared for it in advance. How did your parents and other people around help you to deal with it?
As it's been, I guess, like just a year since I've been getting my periods, so I'm still learning more about hygiene and stuff. But yes, my family told me a lot about like in short sessions, even about eating more of healthy foods and less junk food, as people say that when you start to getting your periods, your height don't really grow much. Your height gets slower, but I don't think that's so because I too grew way taller. I guess around 4 5 inches I grew more. So it's not really it's a myth. It's a myth.
Yeah, so like it is like I mean it is really assuring when your parents like help you with your periods, and
Yeah.
I mean I can imagine like why not dieting at this age is like proper for girls because they are starting on their periods and it is necessary for them to maintain their diet. So like is it awkward to go to school while you are on your periods? And have you had instances that you would like to share with our audience today?
Well, for me, it sometimes is, as I am a lot into sports and stuff. So it sometimes get a little too uncomfortable while picking up things, running, or you know, it gets a little bit uncomfortable. So it doesn't really mean that you stop working out or you don't go outside, you just lay on your bed all day long, because you should stay flexible in those days too, because it's not gonna happen कि मतलब आपकी पूरी जिंदगी whenever you're on your periods you're free. It can't be that way. So you should keep exercising, do yoga and stuff to keep calm and stay fit, and always keep hygiene first. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of the women and females watching this episode will agree with you that cannot remain like free on your period, and like need to adjust with it, and that comes with that eventually you develop the tolerance to deal with it, and always keep hygiene first. That is a beautiful
Yeah.
message, Ananya. So, do you think that textbook knowledge covers all the information on periods, and that any student should be aware of? So, do you think schools should also take extra steps to educate students about menstrual hygiene?
Well, for that, girls should always have someone to clear their doubts about uh, things, whom they're like really frank with and they don't really hesitate talking with. So they should be really frank while talking about it. They shouldn't really hesitate and like, feel ki मैं कैसे बोलूं or get embarrassed. So they should keep conversing about periods and just, stay mainly open about it. It's nothing to be embarrassed about or, to not talk about. Have someone by your side to answer your dumbest questions and keep correcting you.
Yeah, like it is really important, uh, and to know about the hygiene, to keep learning about hygiene, about menstruation and all, as you said. And so, do you think that schools should take extra steps to educate students about menstrual hygiene?
Yeah, definitely. I guess मेरे school में तो it happened like once or twice when I was in my sixth standard, and तभी they didn't really, invited boys. तो उनमें भी ये sensitivity आनी चाहिए. सिर्फ सिर्फ girls से करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. I know it's all about girls, but boys should be aware of it too.
I completely agree with you, Ananya. Like, I think boys should also have like to be considerate while like when their friends, their sisters are on periods, and they should at least have basic knowledge about that. That what it really is, what menstrual hygiene is. How can you be one's emotional support when your partner, your sibling, or your friend is on periods? So beautiful message by you. And are there any myths? Like there are many myths surrounding menstruation, and while these myths have existed in the past, have you come across any such superstitions now as well? And do you think people should believe and spread these myths about menstruation?
Yes, there are a lot myths about menstruation, even now. Well, I guess mostly in UP and Rajasthan, there are superstitions like, stay in a room for like at least 3 days and don't go in the kitchen or, don't meet someone, just, stay on your bed and you get your different bathroom, things like that, and don't even touch certain things. And I guess nowadays mostly everybody follows this that don't go to the temples and stuff. But such superstitions never actually happened with me, as my family is very open minded and don't really believe in such stupid myths. I don't think I should call it stupid because everybody has their own opinions. So yeah.
Yeah, like of course, many like I've seen that many people like many girls who are
Yeah.
in the underprivileged section still face these problems regarding superstitions and also regarding these myths because they are like there are generations of before them that have this like taboo surrounding menstruation embedded in their minds, and that is continuing on and on. And that's what we are trying to solve through We Rise Together. Like we are trying to break that chain of taboo surrounding menstruation embedded in the minds of young girls who are deprived of basic necessities like sanitary pads. So uh, I
I
think
guess like
you give
they
a
say
few.
that like we are dirty during those 5 6 days. Does that even make sense? Dirty?
That doesn't. Yeah, it truly does. It truly doesn't. And I mean, women are the creator of life, so I think it is not like it shouldn't. It should not be considered like a taboo, a taboo topic. Rather, it should be something we should openly talk about because it is a gift by God, and without periods, I mean, no one could become the creator of life. So,
Well, if
coming
we
to the
look
next.
at, from the other perspective, people say कि मतलब a few people say कि मतलब अगर आप इसे पॉजिटिव साइड में लो तो मतलब यूपी राजस्थान में उन 4 5 डेज से मतलब जो कुछ होम मेकर होती हैं उन्हें पूरी मतलब ऐसी छुट्टी मिलती है. सो पीपल से दैट आई डोंट नो बट अगर आप पॉजिटिव पर्सपेक्टिव से देखो तो इट्स गुड आल्सो.
Yeah, yeah.
दे
I
गेट
really
फुल
agree.
रेस्ट.
Yeah. So, coming to the next question, Ananya. So, have you
Hmm?
observed teenage boys around you being considerate when you are on your periods? Do you think that they have sufficient knowledge of the subject?
Uh, Nowadays, I think a few guys are a bit considerate, not all, as it's not really their fault. उनकी भी गलती नहीं है इसमें. As since they were kids, nobody really cared to tell them about such stuff, which they don't have to go through, and make them a bit sensitive during such discussions. In many families, people don't even involve boys, क्योंकि they say कि इनका तो लेना देना ही नहीं है, तो इन्हें सिखाने से क्या होने वाला है. So people don't even involve boys to know about it. That's why they are the way they are. And like still not all boys are that way. कुछ अभी modern families are educating guys too. But schools में I have seen कि workshops में सिर्फ girls को बुलाया जाता है. उसमें कुछ ही मतलब council members हो गए, ऐसे senior boys को बुलाया जाता है, not all. So like I think कि boys और girls दोनों को बुलाना चाहिए, क्योंकि इस topic पे bullying भी काफी होती है, क्योंकि बॉयज को इसके बारे में ज्यादा पता नहीं होता, इसलिए दे मेक फन ऑफ इट. सो दे शुड
Yeah,
गेट
I think.
प्रॉपर नॉलेज. या
Yeah. So I completely concur with you on that, and I think like boys too should be involved in the menstrual hygiene sessions whenever the school is conducting them, and because if we like don't know about menstrual hygiene and about menstruation in general, we cannot like really know what the other person, what your friend or your sibling is going through, and hence you cannot understand the situation, which like makes them less considerate about the person. So I think it is really important to educate boys as well. I'm really grateful to my parents for educating me about menstruation at an early age. I was, I think, in sixth when I got educated about it, and since then I have been like working through the Aspire Foundation to like break the taboo surrounding it, and also like providing the underprivileged women with sanitary pads so that they have access to menstrual hygiene at all times. Yeah, so sometimes, Ananya, when a girl faces problem during their periods or feels something unusual, they're hesitant to share their problems with teachers and parents. So how can we create an atmosphere where they feel open and safe to share their period problems, both in school and at home?
For this, again, I would like to say to be more open about it. Be frank, let them speak, let them raise their voices and answer to their questions, their doubts. That's the very first step that one should take to create a better atmosphere, to stop bullying too. Matlab, yeah.
Yeah, like we should start from the individual level, from like making our home, like creating an atmosphere in our home, in our school that is open about that is not hesitant to talk about periods, that is open about talking about periods and are not considering as a taboo topic. And again, as you said, like the parents and the teachers should help the children to clarify their period doubts and um,
Yeah.
because there are a lot of
This should be added in like everyday classes. मतलब for example science and stuff. मैंने notice करा है कि मतलब NCERT books में, science में, biology में कुछ एक दो paragraph होते हैं उसमें they tell you कि मतलब just the very basics, and I don't think they are enough. So that's why they should create such workshops, and they should create a different section of teachers who could even counsel such students who have had such trauma about menstruation and stuff. कि मतलब they've been bullied, or if they'd had really bad experience.
yeah, I think there should be like such sessions like it should be included in our curriculum. A topic about menstrual hygiene
Hmm.
should be included in our curriculum. That like there when I think there would be less
Not
need
just
of
in books
conducting,
but in person too. Yeah.
yeah, in person as well.
Hmm.
So that could really help us break the taboo surrounding menstruation, and especially for boys, so that they are more aware about the topic and are more considerate about periods. So, lastly, Ananya, what would be your message to our teenage audience watching this episode today?
I've said it, I guess, quite some time, but ये एक मतलब ये एक लाइन है जो तुम्हें फॉलो करनी ही चाहिए. If you wouldn't raise your voice, अगर तुम पूछोगे नहीं, खुद embarrassed फील होगे, तो तुम्हारे साथ ऐसा ही होना है. So just be free to talk, raise your voice if facing any issue or bullying about menstruation, and talk more about it. Just don't be embarrassed, और मतलब ऐसे शर्माना नहीं कि मतलब मैं इनसे क्या बात करूं ऐसे. Talk to the ones whom you trust, whom you think कि वो sensible हैं, they wouldn't make fun of you. Be it your teachers, some of your friends, or your family members.
Yeah, like I mean, that is a beautiful message. Like I think many girls who are watching this episode who are at the onset of puberty, who are yet to experience their first period, like I think has I've learned a lot from what you have said through the answer. I mean, they should clarify their doubts. They should be open about the topic, and they should not hesitate to like share about their period problems with their family
Hmm.
members or friends, because that's how like your menstrual health could be protected, and that's how you can maintain proper menstrual hygiene.
Yes. If girls will be open about it, then and only then, people will be able to help them.
Yeah, that is really important to be open about it and speak about it. So,
Yeah.
thank you, Nanya, for sharing your invaluable experience with us today. I'm sure we have taken a small step towards breaking taboo surrounding menstruation. So, this episode of My First Period, We Rise Together is continuously working hard towards ensuring safe menstrual hygiene for all. So, support us in our cause by donating through the details in the caption. If you want to volunteer in the organization or collaborate with us, you can DM this account and we will reach back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching today's episode of My First Period. See you in the next one. Till then, namaste.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you, Namya. And it was a pleasure to have
Thank
you.
you. Yeah, me too.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining.